restlessness in meditation. So it's very, very common. That's a well-recognized phenomenon, restlessness in meditation. So I guess there's probably a few things one could say, but the two main things I want to say is, actually there's three main things I want to say. First of all is restlessness won't kill you. Now that might seem a funny thing to say, but sometimes it can really build up the restlessness and it feels like you're going to burst if you don't move. I don't know if anybody's had that experience. But actually, surprising to say, you won't burst. So it's sort of kind of good to remind oneself of that. It can sometimes feel like, you know, that someone's sitting there with pressing the eject from meditation button, you know, ready to eject you at any moment to get out of this sensation. So that's the first thing, is just recognizing that you won't die of restlessness. The second thing is, in a way, the key way of working with restlessness is to pay more attention to the body. So to really feel where the restlessness is in the body. So really notice that and really try and get interested in what the sensations are like. And be curious to see, you know, how they change, because they will change. They won't be fixed. They'll be moving, and particularly bring your awareness down. So particularly focus your attention lower down. So the contact with the ground, the contact with the cushions or chair. So you have this sense of attention going down. Because the thing about restlessness is it's quite a sort of high energy thing. It sort of tends to take you up. So that's the second thing. Pay attention to the body, pay attention to the sensation, particularly lower down in the ground. The third thing is to notice what the mind is doing. So again, quite often when we're restless, one of the things that makes it difficult is that we've got a whole narrative going on. This thing I was talking about, mental proliferation and narrative. And, you know, typically the sort of thing that can happen is we get some kind of storyline like, I can't bear this. This is too awful. I just can't stand it. And in a way that both fuels the restlessness and we start getting convinced by that storyline. You know, we get convinced that we are going to sort of burst or something dreadful's going to happen. So we can try and just notice that storyline. And again, as I was saying earlier, we can just try and let it go. So we come back to the body. And if it's a familiar one, so if it's a sort of familiar mental proliferation, then we can try and give it a name, a label. So we just give it, oh, here we go. It's the I can't bear it restlessness thing happening, whatever we want to call it. So we can just notice that.